Hello preschool, I have here a very interesting book called On the Beach. Here we go. On the seashore, this way. On the seashore is where the sea meets the land. This seashore is a sandy beach. Sand is made from tiny pieces of rock and shells. Damp sand is good for making sand castles. Tip the bucket to see what's inside. Boop. It's a little crab. One starfish, or sea star is the actual real word, just so you know. One sea star, 2 crabs, 7 shells, and some water. And look at this crab. He's saying, I'm going back to the sea. These seagulls, are looking for food. And this one has something. What did that lucky seagull find? What do you think he found? What do you think he found under that piece of kelp? Wah! Squawk, go away, it's mine! A cookie! And he is not going to share. Wah! Wah! Shells and pebbles. Some little seaside animals have shells. The shells keep them safe from rough waves and hungry birds, like that seagull. What will you find under this empty shell? What? Here is a snail that lives on the seashore. It's called a whelk. Most shells that you find are empty. The animals that lived in them died. The sea rubs pebbles together and makes them smooth, like that one. Bloop. Bloop. This wood has been battered by the sea. The salty water turned it white. See, they call that driftwood. It's really pretty. Oyster shells open and close like a book. Ready? This one has a pearl inside. Lucky. And I like to eat oysters. They taste yummy. Look at this guy. Hermit crabs live in the shells of animals that died. As they grow, they move to a bigger shell. So this guy says, I'm too big for this shell. I need to come in here. Ooh, that's better. Now the little shell is empty. So that means another hermit crab can go in there, right? A rock pool. Here's a little pool in the rocks on the seashore. It's full of seawater. Little creatures live and hide in the pool. What's going to be under here? What do you think? Can you make a guess? Whoa, look. Open it up again. Here is a sea star. It has arms, but no head. Can you count its arms? That's right. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What can you find in this rock pool? Also called tide pools. This is a sea anemone. Don't touch. It's prickly. But if you go to like a touch tank at an aquarium, you can touch them very gently. Even if you see one of these sea urchin. Did I say sea anemone before? I meant to say sea urchin. Salim is Andrea. Sea urchin. You can touch a sea urchin very gently. But don't, if you step on one, that'll hurt. If you see them in the tide pools, just 2-finger touch it gently. It'll be okay. Let's see what it says over here. Sea urchin, just to say again. There's lots of slimy, slippery seaweed here. Watch out when you stand on it. These red blobs are animals called sea anemones. Here are the anemones. Anemones open up in water and catch food as it floats by. They look like little flowers. And some of these you can touch, especially the aquarium touch tanks. And when you touch them, they kind of sink back in like that because they think they might try to eat your finger. It doesn't hurt. They feel sticky. And the stickiness is their little sting because they sting the little fish that swim by and catch them and then eat them. but the sting doesn't hurt us, at least not the little sea anemones. But you should always be careful and ask your mom or dad first if you're out in the ocean exploring or out on the seashore exploring. The blue shells are mussels, also very tasty to eat, and the pale yellow shells are limpets. Crabs. Ooh, Miss Lynn has a fun story about crabs too. A crab has a hard shell and 2 strong claws. My claws are stronger than your hands. That's what he's saying. Watch out, a crab can give you a nasty pinch with its claws. And that's true. Don't try and pick up a crab. They will definitely pinch you. Ooh, look at. Ah. 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 You might find empty crab shells like this on the seashore, and that's okay to touch. As a crab grows, its shell splits off and falls off, then it grows a new one. Ooh, there's something there. It's called a sea star. That is called a brittle star. Can you find more crabs? They sometimes hide under stones. What's there? Aha! Here are 2 little ones. They're tiny. And they're saying, put that stone back. See them? Under the sea. We're going to make an under the sea painting today. Maybe you can look here and get inspired. Under the sea. Lots of plants and animals live in the shallow water near the seashore. Can you find some tiny fish? Little shelled animals cling to rocks so they don't get washed away. Look how the seaweed grips to the rocks too. Let's see what's back here. Little fish like to hide in seaweed. Out of my way, small fish. That's what he's saying to them. Look at that. Look how pretty. All the seaweed is in so many different colors, not just green. There are jellyfish. Their soft bodies are shaped like umbrellas. Look, jellyfish open and close to push themselves through the water. They're really pretty, but don't ever touch them. They do sting nasty. Who's hiding behind this rock? Ooh, it's an eel. Oh no, it's not. I'm sorry. It's a butterfish. It is long and thin, so it can squeeze between rocks. It kind of looks like an eel. It's only me, he's saying. Peekaboo. Silly. Ships and boats. Ooh, this would be on top of the water, right? Every day the sea comes in and goes out again. The boats are tied up to stop them from floating away. The green boat is tied to a buoy. Can you see what the red boat is tied to? I think we have to open it. The buoy floats on the water. It is chained to the ground under the sea. When a water comes in, it is called high tide. See? Here is a fishing boat. It has caught a lot of fish. Oops. The seagulls are off to grab some fish from the boat. They say, fish, 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 fish. Or like in Finding Nemo, they're saying, mine, mine, mine. Fishing boats have big nets like these. They catch lots of fish very quickly. Look, what's under that net? Can't you see I'm trying to sleep? It's a cat. Silly. Ooh, but what's under this one? Lots of fish. Is there another flap? No. Do you think that cat ate some of those fish for lunch? Rocky cliffs. This lighthouse sits on the rocky shore. A bright light shines from it. The light flashes on and off and on and off. At night, when it is dark, the light can be seen from far, far away. See? Waves batter the land and wear it away. This is how the cliffs are made. Long ago, these rocky stumps were part of the cliffs. Look here. Ooh, this has double flap. The arch fell down and left a tower behind. The sea has worn a hole right through the cliff. Look, I'll show you again. Like this. And like this. Look at that. The waves are so powerful. The water is so powerful it can change the shoreline. Lots of birds make their nest high up on the rocky cliffs. These birds are gannets. They dive into the sea and grab fish to eat. This is a puffin. She has caught some fish for her chick to eat. Can you find the puffin's chick? Here I am. A puffin chick is called a puffling. It lives in a burrow. That is the cutest thing, a puffling. How adorable. What a cute name. And that is, I believe, last page. Yes, it is. I hope you enjoyed this informative book. When you make your under the sea painting, think of all the things you saw in here and all the colors you saw. Really think about it so that you can make the most beautiful under the sea painting as possible. Okay? I'll see you at that lesson next. All right? Bye, preschool.